The question today is on binomial expansion, and the question reads, expand and simplify 2 minus x raised to the power 5 for part A, and then part B reads, use the first 4 terms of the expansion in part A above to find the approximate value of 1.8 raised to the power 5 to 2 decimal places. So, for the first part, in order to expand, I will use a table. So, I'll use this table to help me in the expansion. So I'll do rows. So the first row I'll have will be for the coefficients. So the binomial coefficients. So when the power is 5, then we have 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, and 1. So those are the binomial coefficients. And then I'll also have the terms of the binomial expression here. So I'll have 2 and a negative x. So I'll repeat 2 across, 2, 2, and finally 2, and the same also to negative x, but I'll include it in brackets, negative x, and finally negative x. And then the next thing is for the 2's we'll introduce the powers, and the powers will decrease across. And for negative x, we'll have the powers increasing across. So once we are done with that, next we will be multiplying vertically for each and every term. So for this column, we will have negative x power 0, which is 1, and 2 power 5 is 32. So 32 times 1 times 1, so that is 32 for that column. Then in this next column, we have negative x power 1 times 16 times 5, so that gives us negative 80x. And then this is positive x squared times 8 times 10, so that is plus 80x squared. And then the next one we have negative x cubed times 4 times 10, so that is minus 40x cubed. Next we have positive x power 4 times 2 times 5, so that is plus 10x power 4. And then finally negative x power 5 times 1 times 1, so that is negative x power 5. So note, a negative number raised to even power is equal to positive. So we get a positive number. And a negative number raised to odd power gives us a negative result. So that's why we see the signs alternating. So here the power was odd, so we had a negative. Here the power is even, we have a positive. Here the power is odd again, negative. So it keeps on alternating following that. So from here, what we can say is that 2 minus x raised to the power 5 is therefore, so this 32 minus 80x plus 80x squared minus 40x cubed plus 10x power 4 minus x power 5. So that is the expansion. So finally for part B, we are required to use the first 4 terms of the expansion in part A. So this expansion right here, we are going to use it to approximate the value of 1.85 to 2 decimal places. So what we are going to do is we have 2 minus x raised to the power 5 being related to 1.8 raised to the power 5 by the fact that both are raised to the power 5. So that also means that the values in the brackets can be equated. So we have 2 minus x is equal to 1.8. So from here, this implies that x is 0.2. So with this, we can now get the value of 1.8 Remember, we are told to use the expansion. 2 minus x raised to the power 5 is equal to, so the first 4 terms, 32 minus 80x plus 80x squared minus 40x cubed. So those are 4 terms. So already we know the value of x, so we're just going to substitute in the expansion, and that implies that 1.8 raised to the power 5 will therefore be obtained as 32 minus 80, and we substitute the value of x, which is 0.2, plus 80 into 0.2 squared minus 40 into 0.2 cubed. So from here we can just key in all these in our calculators the way they appear and get our answer as 18.88, rounded off to 2 decimal places. And that is it for this question. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.